My name's Richard Bailey. I've been running Daisy's Flower Shop with my wife since 1987, and it's been a wonderful time. We've managed to get through some recessions, some good times, some not so good times, but it's been a wonderful business. We have a lot of local customers, but since we've opened an online shop about 6-7 years ago, we've had customers from all over the world, which means repeat orders, and it's expanded our whole reputation. I'm totally against the closure of Walton Street for all sorts of reasons. It's definitely affected our drivers, who take much longer to deliver. It's affected the pollution in the side streets, like St Bernard's Road and Little Clarendon Street, Great Clarendon Street. And it's just a nuisance for us. It's meant that our orders take much longer to deliver, as there are enough roadworks in Oxford anyway. And to have a major arterial road closed means hassle for everybody. I can't see any good reason to do it. It seems to me to be a totally random, whimsical thing, and makes no sense. Well, we pay the drivers hourly, and we have to take the hit on the sort of, the extra expenses incurred by extra mileage. Valentine's Day we had 140 orders pretty well with 3 drivers, including me, and it went very smoothly. We were lucky. It was a fine day and the traffic flowed fairly smoothly, but it would have been a lot quicker if we'd been able to get to West Oxford via Walton Street as we could a year ago. Bouquets can be quite heavy things if they're large and they're full of water, so you don't necessarily want to be walking too far with them. So to have easy car access makes a big difference. So if Walton Street stays closed, and I sincerely hope it doesn't, it means more expenses for me for fuel, more drivers' time. It means fewer people coming by car to pick up larger purchases. It means probably fewer people coming through the door because they can't get here. It means more pollution in the side streets for residents. It's just general hassle around. I don't know how emergency services are meant to manage with that street closed. I just don't see any good reason to do it.
Save Walton Street! 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 Save Walton Street!
Hi, my name is Andrea.
And my name is Jorge.
And we've been living here for 1 year and a half already. And we chose this neighborhood because we love the ambient in it. It's like a little town. Everybody knows each other very well. But since last summer they closed up Walton Street and they spent lots of money repairing it. It was a little work to make in there, but it ended up having like 2 or 3 months of closure of the street, and after that, out of nowhere, they just decided to close it down, the whole thing.
Without any consultation?
No consultation, no really evidence of what that impact will make it to the neighborhood.
Okay, my name is Mary-Lise Kenwood. I've been in Jericho for the past 7 years, and I think my plates say all. And I think they should be open.
My name is Evelyn Shaw and I have lived in Jericho for 45 years. I love Jericho very much, but find it at the moment feel very isolated because of the closure of Walton Street. I've got to attend my surgery quite regularly, and the only means of getting there is a taxi, which means I have to go a longer way around, which is more costly, which I feel is rather unfair.
Hello, I'm Di Bushnell. I live in Jericho, and I'm really fed up with this closure of the road, Walton Street, and I'm concerned about the emergency ambulance and the fire brigade, and also all different things, that occur.
Hello, my name's William Warden. I've been a resident in Jericho for over 8 years. The closure of Walton Street affects everybody in the neighbourhood. And I think it's pretty bad that we weren't consulted in the right manner. If this was a private development, they would need planning permission to close the road.
My name's Tina. I've lived in Jericho for coming up to 15 years. Jericho is just a beautiful place. I really love living here. It's got a wonderful community and a fantastic little shopping street with all the basic things like a post office, pharmacy, supermarkets. And one of the things that have really shocked me about the road closure is how it endangers the little high street we have. If the council are so interested in sustainability, what about our community sustainability?
Hello, I'm Sheila Jones. I was born in Jericho Street 75 years ago, and I've never known anything like this with the closure of Walton Street. Walton Street has never been closed before, and the main thing is, what worries me, is the emergency vehicles. These people that have shut this road just haven't given any thought at all, and they didn't ask us anything. We weren't consulted at all about it. And another thing is the pick you up bus, which we had lovely drivers, a good service, and that was stopped because of the closure of Walton Street again. The council just don't think at all about the elderly, disabled or anything. We're just confined to Jericho, and it's like being locked away. The thing is the emergency vehicles that worry us all, because if there was a fire in Jericho where they could just come along Walton Street, the first street down is going to be Little Clarendon Street, which has always got delivery vehicles in, so a fire engine wouldn't get down there. And then it goes to Observatory Street, another narrow street with parking both sides. It would mean it would have to go possibly to Leckford Road, and in that time somebody could die in a fire. And then we lost the pick-me-up bus, didn't we?
That's right.
And that was a lovely service actually,
It was.
because
It was. We're just getting used to that.
it really gives a lot of people, especially elderly and disabled, a sense of freedom and independence.
Yeah.
To
This
be
is
able to
what's
get out and
happening now.
about, not just for shopping but for socialising.
Yeah.
This
So
is what's happening now.
Yeah, it just becomes really
We're imprisoned.
isolating for
We
people.
are, yes.
We're imprisoned without the key.
I'm James. I've had my store here for 25 years this year. But I first, so that's since 1995, I first knew Walton Street in 81. And now, after just getting to the 25th year, I feel like suddenly the council are making my life here really difficult. By the closing of this road, they are now stopping traffic coming along here. But I feel that nobody has done anything from the council's point of view to help keep us alive here. Yes, there are many residents that live here, but there are also lots of businesses here, and I'm one of those businesses that's a business and a resident. And further up the street is also, and so this is a business residential street, and it shouldn't just be cut off from the rest of the world and the rest of Oxford. And I just feel that it's very, very unfair and very harsh on everybody here right now, and there has been no consultation, nobody's asked us any questions. There needs to be a better way forward than just blocking off everybody from getting here, because I feel that Oxford could die for the next 25 years if something is not done.
Hi, my name's Barry and I work at Daisy's Florist in Walton Street, Oxford. I've been here driving now for 25 years for Daisy's with Mr. and Mrs. Bailey. Well, it's been pretty horrendous, to be honest with you. With the closure, if it stays like it, it's only going to get worse, not only for me as a delivery driver, but for the shops up and down the street. They're talking about, they've done this for pollution, apparently. Think of the pollution I'm using to go to Pear Tree, 884, Botley Road, and back again. So that's my view on it, basically.
My name is Margaret Donaldson. I'm 95 and I live in Canal Street, Jericho. On a Thursday, I have a taxi to Newton Hall Street, which cost me £5. Coming back, it cost me £5.80. Now, if I have to go all the way up to Margaret Road, it's going to be much more expensive. Now, at the junction of St Margaret's Road and Woodstock Road, there is a school on the corner, and it's going to be very busy for the children when in the morning and in the afternoon to cross the roads, I vote for Walton Street to be kept open.